All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another great video. And this one is going to be a really important video and very helpful for the majority of you out there. Today, we're going to be discussing the latest Apple computers, and I mean everything. We're talking about the M1, the Mac Mini, all of that good stuff, because if you've been following the news, you know that Apple has gone through some major lineup changes, most notably with their M1 silicone chips. Now, although they've made some great changes and stuff, here's the thing I'm seeing constantly pop up with a lot of users. Confusion. Now with this embarrassment of riches to choose from, now nobody knows what to choose. And there's a lot of confusion over what people actually need for their daily activities and work and play and all that good stuff. How do we concisely and simply explain what to choose and when? All right. We could just sit around and talk about benchmark tests all day long and speed test all day long, and it depends on which software you use, but I say we skip all that and just make this simpler. And in order to make this simpler, I'm going to introduce you to my three hypothetical friends, Gary, Carl, and Bob, the caveman. These guys, as per their caveman, really don't care about your benchmark tests or stuff. They just need stuff to get done. And I'm going to show you, using my hypothetical caveman friends, exactly which computer it is you need. Now, let's start with Gary the Caveman. Gary the Caveman is just your average caveman, okay? He goes out to work every day. He takes his club. He gets the saber-toothed tiger and all that. But when he gets home, what does he want? Well, he's decided he wants to start up a brand new YouTube channel all about how he hunts saber-toothed tigers and hunts woolly mammoths and all that good stuff. That's all he wants to do. He wants some basic web browsing, and he wants to start up his brand new YouTube channel. Which computer does Gary the Caveman need? Okay, this is what I would tell Gary the Caveman. What you need is a MacBook, all right? And you could go with either the MacBook, just plain with the M1, or go with the MacBook Pro with the M1 Max. That's what he needs because, you know, look, he's just your average caveman. He doesn't really know how to use a lot of the in-depth software and stuff. He's not going to be using Adobe. He'll just use all the stuff that came with his Apple computer. And he'll probably use Apple ProRes, which is very significant because that's the hidden secret of the M1. It's not going to beat out Intel, but the hidden secret of the M1 is it has two ProRes encoders and decoders built into it, meaning when Gary the Caveman sits down to upload his videos about hunting saber-toothed tigers and all that good stuff, when he's using ProRes, it's going to be so much faster than anything else you can get in an Apple. And it's going to be really basic, and it's going to simplify his life a whole lot so he can spend more time actually hunting the saber-toothed tigers and woolly mammoths. So, Gary the Caveman, you need a MacBook with the M1 or M1 Pro, depending on how much faster you want to upload it. The M1 Max, by the way, would do it fastest, but they'll all do the job. Now, let me introduce you to Carl the Caveman. Now, Carl is not like Gary. Carl, you see, is an educated caveman. He doesn't just walk around with his club and everything. He's already upgraded to the sling and stuff. And he's moving beyond even that. Carl has decided he wants to infuse caveman with culture. Well, what does he need? Carl has decided he's going to start building software. That's right, the world's very first software. What does he need to get all that done? Carl the Caveman, what you need is you need the Mac Pro, not a MacBook with the M1. And I know everybody talks about the M1. You need the Mac Pro. You need raw horsepower, and you need to be able to get stuff done. You see, Carl the Caveman knows how to use technology, and he's moved way beyond ProRes and stuff. He's using a lot of Adobe products and things to get his work done and build all his apps like Find a Cave Girl and stuff. Yeah, he built all that. And he's going to need the Mac Pro in order to get that done because, again, no, I'm not harping on the M1, but it only works really effectively with ProRes. Now, once you start moving into Adobe, ladies and gentlemen, that is Intel territory. Therefore, Carl the Caveman, if he wants to use all of his Creative Suite and Creative Cloud stuff and work with Google's products, you're going to need that Intel chip, which currently is still in the Mac Pro. And more importantly, in order to build all his apps and build all his scales, he needs 3D rendering. Well, the M1 doesn't have a GPU to get that done. Therefore, he's going to need a GPU, which is only currently in the Mac Pro. So Carl the Caveman, in order to get all your good stuff done and build all your new Cave People apps and stuff, you need the Mac Pro. And finally, let's move down to Bob the Caveman. Now, Bob is your below average caveman, and I do mean below average. He is currently signed on to find a cave girl, and he's still trying to find a cave girl and lives a very lonely life. Like most cave people, he goes out and hunts every day. And when he comes back, all he really just wants is basic stuff. He's not building anything. He's not starting anything. He just wants to listen to his music playlist, occasionally stream a movie and stuff, and use Find a Cave Girl. Buddy, you don't need any of these things. You need the Mac Mini, which is very affordable, and it'll get all your stuff done perfectly well, okay? And it does have a mini like M1 in it. So his web browsing will be fine. Find a Cave Girl will work very well on his Mac Mini. And also, streaming movies and all that good stuff off the Apple Store. The Mac Mini will do that phenomenally well. He doesn't need to go out and spend the big bucks and get a Mac Pro, or spend more big bucks and get a MacBook or MacBook Pro. None of that is necessary. If all you need is just basic entertainment stuff, the Mac Mini is your choice. And by the way, should he decide that he wants to start up a blog or something in the future, yeah, the Mac Mini will get all that done. Now, that was me introducing you to my 3 hypothetical friends, the cave people. And look, the point of this video is not only to hopefully get a laugh out of you, but also to make you understand this isn't that difficult. I know Apple, with their marketing, has kind of made it difficult and complicated, and it even kind of confuses me at times, but this is basically how to choose between the whole Apple lineup of computers and make the best choice for you, and also to help you save money, and more importantly, time, because time is money for so many of you people. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, people.